I am going to be looking at James Blunt digipak. It's called Back to Bedlam. As you can see when you look at the front cover, you have obviously James Blunt, as he's an indie singer-songwriter. It's all about having your face on the front of everything, so people can associate your work, your voice, with a face. So it's not, you're not just like a backing singer. You're a real someone who's trying to make it in the music industry. You also have like an exclusive which comes with most digipacks. This is to try and encourage people to buy it, because it's something different. You get something extra rather than just going to iTunes and just buying the song. There are also quotes from Q magazine, which is a they are the biggest critiquer of music music and artists. This would suggest that he again is an indie singer-songwriter, because most indie artists go for critical success rather than just sales success. There are also quotes from the Sunday Times, which has been chosen by his managing team to obviously to make him look good. The theme at the front, it looks a little bit like Back to England, or like a 50s feel, where you don't actually see his face. It's kind of just the outline. You also have some illustrations around the side. It doesn't really have any link. I'll say if there's anything, Back to Bedlam. So maybe there's something back inside him, James going back to his core beliefs. So maybe this is just his imagination running wild on the outside front cover of the digipak. Then when you look at the spine again is just saying the name of the artist, James Blunt, and the name of the album. It's just all conventions really, just all being applied at the side. Same theme. At the back it continues the same colour theme, same sort of illustrations, like it's just popped out of his mind, out of his imagination. Again, you have the name of the album, and you have all the names of the songs, how long they are. You also have the name of his website. This is to try and make the audience member feel closer, or so they are able to get closer to the artist. As obviously it's like as it's www.jamesblunt.com, it seems like a direct link to him. You also have all the legal jargon, so barcodes, small print, the record label, which just sort of just reminds everyone that he's not this indie artist who's come from nowhere. He's actually had support from this huge record company that has people who he has worked with. Also, if you just note this, the album contains lyrics of an adult nature. It kind of goes against what you would thought this artist would be. It's because he's very emotional. It's not rap. It's indie singer-songwriter. So this may be a ploy to try and get the younger male audience, because most teenagers like to rebel. So if they're told that they shouldn't really be listening to it, they will obviously then go and buy it. On the inside, it has obviously a pull out, as all digipacks do. This is something. It's something extra which you can't get anywhere else, which obviously would justify you going out and spending more money on this product rather than just, like I said, buying it off of iTunes. First page you see "You're Beautiful." It's one of his most famous songs. Like, captures their audience straight away. There are lyrics to it, so obviously they feel more connected to the artist. The theme is slightly changed here. It's gone for a green rather than a blue. It looks like he's on a train station, so maybe he's on a journey and he wants you to come with him. Again, you've got his imagination, or maybe this is what he wants, having fun at the seaside and everything like that. Again, there is a theme change, well, more of a colour change. You have two other songs and lyrics. Again, it's just all to make the consumer feel closer, and like actually this is for them rather than anyone else. Typical indie singer-songwriter picture. It's him. He's walking alone, only with his guitar. Makes him seem like it's just him and the music. It's just a big ploy, really, to try and get his old niche audience to stay up with him rather than just go mass market and leaving them all behind. As we come to the middle of the inlay, there starts to be less known music and songs. This I think would be used to try and get the mass audience, which will be coming to James Blunt, to actually understand and know more of the music, because what a lot happens in mainstream music is people only really hear the biggest hits and that's all they're interested in. So it's a way of getting his other music out there. The next page again is a theme change. It's not focused on him. Obviously there's another guitar there, typical. There's a woman, so obviously these two songs can be about a woman, someone he's lost perhaps, so it just makes you feel like an emotional connection to the artist. Again, more other songs. On this page you have a picture of the army putting up a flag, or the military. He was part of the military when he was before he became a singer-songwriter, so maybe it's part of his past. You've also got the regiment he was part of. Maybe this also symbolises the idea that he has finished his journey, he's conquered something, or the start. It could be the start of something new, and he wants you to be with him. Last page is more legal jargon, more, as you can see, you got, as well as James Blunt, you have Atlantic Records and UK Undercurrent. So it's just, it's what he has to do to show his affiliation with big companies, because obviously they don't want to look like they haven't been included. Back cover is just continued from the front cover. We move to the actual CD itself. You see it's quite a plain CD, it's quite simple. You've got this one thing which is a tablet or a capsule, where again it could suggest that he is like a drug. You will want more of him once you listen to it. So it just shows, just telling us that he's addicted. He's addictive. Again, it's got the name, the album name, records, and then other legal jargon around the outside. We move inside, behind the CD. Again, it's a picture of him, like he's waiting for a change. He's waiting for his journey to start. It looks like you're sitting right next to him, so he's inviting. It makes the audience feel like they're going on the journey with him. He's also taken the opportunity to thank all of the people he's affiliated with, and family and friends, as most artists do. Again, it's subtle. It's a little bit old school if you look at the pictures. Once again, going back to the with that, it's very old school. This theme is continued, although it's not edited in such a way as that is, where it's just the outline. Putting a yellow tint on it makes it look like you're using one of the old cameras, so maybe that's just trying to make it more authentic, and then maybe that's a theme which is continued in his music.